What is up, Raidernation? It's your boy Samora back at it again with another pre-game preview. Man, these weeks be going by super fast, but you know what? That's besides the point. It is week 13, and I got our Las Vegas Raiders versus the team without no name, the Washington football team. Now, everybody is talking about Jack Del Rio versus Derek Carr, and you know Jack Del Rio, he's been salty, crying like a little baby out there ever since he got fired by Mark Davis and his chili bowl cut, you know, getting that Vince McMahon treatment, saying, "You're fired. You're fired." But this game is a little bit more than that, because our former head coach Chucky was fired earlier this season to some investigation that was going around the Washington football team. Obviously, our coach got the fall for it, and they got nothing. Nobody even talked about it after that. So we're gonna get our revenge this week on Sunday, whoop they candy ass all up and down the strip, and take that W this weekend and go 7-5, baby. And if you don't believe me, trust the coin, because they have us winning this week against the Washington football team. Now, with that being said, if you're watching this video and you are in Las Vegas today, Saturday, December 4th, come on by to the Trago inside of Tropicana, because we're going to be throwing together a blackout party with the Raider Nation. Me and my boy Raider Cody's going to be out there going live during the party. Gorilla Rilla's going to be out there. Some other super fans are going to be out there. Black Sunday, if you guys trying to go get your Nation gear, man, come on over to Trago inside of Tropicana to get your gear as well. Woods and Whiskey's going to be out there, and even DJ Mike Scott. The party will be going down tonight from 7 p.m. up until midnight, and the great thing about it, it is absolutely free. So come on over if you're in the area and hang out and party it up with the Raider Nation. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time, and let's get started with your pre-game preview.
And you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Now I got some quick Nation news that you can use. Former second-round pick cornerback Trayvon Mullen has returned off of IR. Mullen was placed on IR back in week 4 and has been on the shelf for the past 2 months. He finally returned to practice this past week, and if cleared, could be active in this week's matchup versus the Washington football team. The trio of Hayward, Mullen, and Hobbs was one to look out for, and the team was 3-0 at the time before he sat out. So getting him back would be huge for the secondary, but until Sunday, Mullen's return is still up in the air. Now in some other news, the Raiders have signed safety Kayvon Frazier to the practice squad. Frazier spent majority of the season on the Bengals practice squad, but before then, he played 2 games for the Dolphins in 2020, where he tallied 6 tackles, 1 pass breakup, and 1 tackle for loss. In a corresponding move, the Raiders have released offensive tackle DJ Fluker and wide receiver Dylan Stoner from the practice squad. Now, the Raiders are coming off of a big win versus the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day as they get ready to go back home to Las Vegas to face the team without a name. This week 13 matchup is a big game for both teams as they try to keep their win streak alive. Derek Carr finally found his groove last week, throwing for over 350 yards and a touchdown. Hunter Renfrow was his main target, going for 8 receptions for 134 yards. D-Jax also showed that he can be a deep threat that this team has missed these past couple of weeks, finally getting into the end zone last week for the first time in the silver and black. Washington has struggled to defend the pass, allowing 266 yards per game, so we'll see if the Raiders offense can take advantage of that. But it all comes down to how much time Carr has in the pocket. This offensive line has struggled a bit throughout the season, and against a Washington defense without Chase Young, they can still be a force to be reckoned with. The football team is currently on a 3-game win streak after beating the Bucks, Panthers, and the Seahawks, so this is a team that we cannot overlook, with an offense led by Heineke, Gibson, and Scary Terry. But the player that stands out the most to me would be running back Antonio Gibson. Though the Raiders defense did a better job against the Cowboys rushing attack, keeping them under 100 yards, they have struggled against most teams on the ground. Like I said, this game is huge for both the Raiders and the football team, so it comes down to who wants it more. This will be Jack Del Rio's first time facing his former team, and you know, he's been salty towards the Raiders organization. But according to the coin, we win this week, and that's exactly what I want to hear. With 6 weeks left in the season, it'll be nice to see this team take a W and end up 7-5. This game is not just win, baby. It's must win, baby.
I got the keys now.
Now for your 3 keys to the game, key number 1 is converting on third downs. This team has struggled so much on converting on third downs, and last week, luckily enough, we came away with a W, but if you really look at the stat sheet, We only converted 3 of 13 tries on third downs, and that is unacceptable. Now, coming into this matchup against the Washington football team, they have struggled this season on stopping teams from converting on third down, so hopefully Derek Carr and this offense can take advantage of that. We definitely need to keep drives alive, and if you really look at last week's game, we only got into the end zone twice, and the rest of it was all field goals. So we got to go out there and execute, especially in the red zone, and that all starts off by converting on third downs. Key number 2 is cleaning up the penalties. Last week, I would say for the first time, I seen the referees be in our favor. They were really helping us out on a couple of drives here and there, which was kind of different. But if you really look at the stat sheet, the Raiders and the Cowboys each had 14 penalties on both sides of the ball. But I felt like the Cowboys penalties came at crucial moments. You know, the difference was that they had 14 penalties for 166 yards and we had 14 penalties for 110 yards. Still unacceptable. Luckily enough, like I said before, we came away with that W. Most of the penalties that really hurt us is on the offensive line, especially on that right side, whether it's false start penalties or holding penalties. We got to do better out there. Now, I know on the defensive side of the ball, we rarely get anything called, especially against Max Crosby. And I know we can't really control the penalties that get thrown and whatnot. We just got to hope and pray that these referees call a good game out there. But according to my calculations, 90% of the time, the team that has the least amount of laundry on the field usually wins the game. So if the Raiders can go out there and try to play a clean game, we could possibly come away with this W. And key number 3 is stopping the run. Last week against the Dallas Cowboys, I was surprised this Raiders team did a great job neutralizing the run game on Thursday Night Football. Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard combined for only 20 carries for 64 yards and 1 touchdown, which was great to see. I mean, when we are able to stop the run and not let any other team gain any momentum from the run, we do good things out there. Now, we're going to be facing a running back that's really hungry, that's still young, that could get the job done out there in Antonio Gibson. And last week, he rushed for over 100 yards. And if you look at the past couple of teams that we played and that have beaten us, they dominated the game on the ground and they were able to drive down the field and run all over us. So, like I said, if we want to win this game, we got to find a way to neutralize Antonio Gibson out there. Now, it's a good thing that J.D. McKissic will most likely not be playing in this game, so all we got to look out for out there is Antonio Gibson, and also get to the quarterback as well, because when we do, good things happen.
Knock on wood if you have that message, please. And we're here to help you.
Now I got 3 players that you guys should keep an eye on in this game. The first player being our tight end, Foster Moreau. With Darren Waller doubtful for this week's 13 matchup, we'll look to tight end Foster Moreau to step up in his place. Moreau is more than capable to get the job done from blocking to pass catching. Waller did miss a game earlier this year against the Eagles, and Moreau took over, leading the team in receptions with 6 receptions for 60 yards and a touchdown. So even though we will be missing our Pro Bowl tight end, we'll be in good hands with Foster Moreau. I could definitely see him get into the end zone again this week versus the Washington football team. The second player to keep an eye on is our quarterback, Derek Carr. Now, Derek Carr will always be a player to look out for in each game for the simple fact that this team can only go as far as he takes them. Like I said before, if DC plays good, we win. Simple as that. And vice versa. He will be tested once again against a team that can get to the quarterback and cause pressure. The Raiders have been 6-0 when Derek Carr throws for over 300 yards, so we'll see if he can do that again versus a team without a name. Washington is one of the worst defenses in the league against the pass, so I do expect Derek Carr to go out there and have a field day throwing for over 300 yards and at least 2 touchdowns. And my third and last player to keep an eye on in this game is wide receiver Hunter Renfrow. Just like Foster Moreau, with Waller most likely out in this game, his targets will be up for grabs, and who better to take advantage of that than wide receiver Hunter Renfrow. He has definitely turned into Carr's go-to receiver, especially last week with 8 receptions for 134 yards. Carr is a quarterback that can spread the ball around, but when he needs to make a play, you can almost be sure that it's going Renfrow's way. So with that being said, Raider Nation, who are you guys looking forward to watching in this game, and what is your game score prediction? Let me know down in the comments below. Alright, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today on this video. Again, if you guys are going to be in Las Vegas today, come over to the blackout party that we're going to be throwing tonight at 7 p.m. to midnight at Trago inside of the Tropicana. And if you guys do enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button. And if this is the first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders, man, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Until the next video, or until we take that W on Sunday, this is your boy Samoa Raider, and your boy is yeah.
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.